Welcome back to another episode of the Know Your Power podcast. I'm your host, Kendall Aaliyah.
And I'm Julia Renee. She keeps forgetting, and then she
keep forgetting.
She does like this rapid
Well, in my brain, I'm like, what comes after that? And then I'm like, oh, it's my turn.
And all of that happens in that short amount of time.
As I say my name and then you say yours, I'm like, what do we say after that?
What do? We have to start talking.
Honestly, even the welcome back thing, like I only know to say that because I know whatever we say starts with W. So I make like the W with my mouth and then it's automatic.
You're like, what?
Not a single thought behind my eyes, ever.
There's nothing going on behind these eyes.
Nothing at all.
Kendall's feeling sicky today.
I am sicky. I'm better today.
Really
I was really, really scared that I was going to have to like not be able to film, and then I leave for vacation tomorrow. So like there was going to be no way to work it out. But yesterday I felt awful. Like I had the full man flu where I was constantly like, just sighing
and
making
wrong?
sound.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. I'm okay.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit, how guys get when they're sick. It's like unreal.
Apparently I'm one of them.
Zach started getting sick around, he kept saying, because I got sick. I think everyone's getting like a cold.
Yeah, it feels like a bad cold. It's mostly my throat.
Yeah.
And I feel like because my deviated septum, like my nose is like has issues anyway.
You're always just like, hi.
So
my name is
exactly. So I feel like when I get a cold, it just gets like more blocked up than like if I didn't have a deviated septum. So I just feel like I can't breathe. But besides that, we're doing okay.
You're like one nostril breathing.
No, it's seriously, I woke up every like 30 minutes last night because I told myself before going to sleep I had to stay, like if I was gonna roll to a side, it had to be my left because my right one gets so blocked up that's what happened the night before, and that's why I woke up with such a sore throat because I couldn't breathe. So I was like mouth breathing all night.
You're just like
Exactly. It was disgusting.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are getting like sicky. Like they're not getting COVID, but it's like a flu.
I think
like a lot of people are.
It might be the weather we've been having because like we haven't had like the sun in forever. It's been so humid out. It's ridiculous.
It's gross. I dread going to the gym because literally yesterday I sweat so much at the gym and melted that my top and bottom turned a different color.
Oh my God.
When you sweat and your clothes turns a different color, they were completely a different color, like fully different color. And I was like, okay.
I went to the one gym we've both been to really far north, and they had their garage doors open at night the other day.
I didn't even know they had those.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
they're like in that back part. Anyway, I haven't like done an indoor-outdoor workout in a while, and it was so humid. I actually curled my hair that day, and I think I might enjoy curling my hair more. I also dyed my hair, but we can talk about that later. Anyway, I like had beautiful curls, like the cutest little hairdo. By the end of my workout, my hair was like out to here, just like poofed up, humidified. It was not the move. I was like, why do I even try?
You're like the one time I try curls. Kendall likes straight hair. She always likes straight hair. And whenever I have straight hair, that's the only time Kendall compliments my hair is when my hair is straight.
Your hair is always beautiful. I just feel like it, like, I don't know, it does something to my brain that I love, like a silk, like pressed hair.
There's a part of me that like wants to do that Brazilian straightening treatment to my hair to where it just like stays straight. But then I'm like, can I still curl it?
Probably
like,
not.
How does that
not
work?
To like the same volume.
I have a feeling that your Urishna, that's what she does, the Brazilian straightening treatment, because her hair is always pinned straight, not a dent you can see from miles away, and it's always so shiny.
She has the prettiest hair I think I've ever seen.
Yeah. She did her hair curly one time, and it was like, never seen your hair curly before.
Straight just like suits some people better.
Yes.
And I felt like I was always that person, but recently I was like, maybe I should add some volume to my head.
Maybe. A little teasing moment, a little bump it moment.
Yeah, I tried.
Well, today we got a lot of different topics. It's kind of just like a cluster of a bunch of different random things, but I wanted to give you guys some prep updates first. Please. So my calories were cut again, yay for me. So that means that I basically have 2 days that are higher calorie, higher carb, but really they're still very low.
Yeah.
They're still very low in comparison, which is my Tuesdays and Saturday leg days. And then Monday, Thursday, Friday is even lower calories, even lower carbs than that. And then my rest days, which is like today, it's even lower And I was doing that mile run
Yeah.
before I go
saw
on
your
the
story
Stairmaster.
today. It made me laugh. You're like, someone help me.
My shins are just hurting.
Oh.
Today's the third day. I have 3 more sessions to do because now we've upped it from 5 sessions a week to 6 sessions a week. So even today it's my rest day, but I still have to do cardio on one of my rest days because I train 5 days a week. So my cardio is now going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then on Sunday, then it's like complete rest day. So yeah, we're doing that mile run. It has to be under 12 minutes and then 50 minutes, 50 of fasted cardio, steady state on the Stairmaster, which is honestly, that's not the hard part. I think it's the running.
We're so opposite in that sense. I much rather run than do 50 minutes on the stairs.
I am like always just can't wait for it to be done. I feel like I'm like, why is it so hard to move my body?
Well, you also have so much muscle mass.
It just hurts. And
how are you feeling besides the physical parts? How are you mentally doing?
I'm mentally feeling fine. I think it's just more so ever since the retreat, and I talked about this on YouTube, like I haven't got to relax because I did the retreat and then it's like a couple, I had to start, I just worked again Monday, Tuesday, and we had like a butt ton of calls coming in from after the retreat. And then a couple days later got to go to LA to do the filming thing that I was telling you guys about. And then like came back and it was just like one thing after another. I did it to myself. So
your energy seems good, but I only see you in the morning. So like you never know how your day goes.
Usually I think my rest days are the hardest because I don't have that break in the day to like go train. And when I train, like, of course it's challenging because like, I feel like I'm getting a little bit weaker because my calories are lower and I'm not as motivated to go. Like there's some days that I am and some days that I'm not, but I think my rest days are the hardest because I have more time to think about food because I'm not going to the gym for like an hour and a half and then posing.
That makes sense.
So it's like,
especially because your office setup is literally right outside of the kitchen. Yes. And I feel like that was really hard for me. I lived in like a 1-bedroom apartment the last prep I did. And like,
yeah, it's all just in the same space. It
was all, like right next to the kitchen. So I would have to like force myself to go sit in my bedroom just to be away from it. Cause like out of sight, out of mind sometimes.
Yeah. So I'm definitely getting hungrier. Like I can feel myself getting hungrier, and it's on my rest days that I'm usually the most hungry because it's the lowest amount of calories. And I don't like, for some reason, whenever I do go and train, I'm not hungry. Like, of course, I'm not thinking about food while I'm training and while I'm posing. It's only like when I'm driving home that I start. But then I feel like during my rest days, I'm more prone to be like, when's my next meal? Because I don't have as much going on that day.
Are you saying how many weeks out you are?
No.
Okay.
Not yet. Because I want to be sure, because the last time I did that, I moved my show date and someone already bought a ticket. And I was like, oh,
I get that. I feel like there's something cool about like keeping it kind of hidden until it's like, surprise, here's show day. Or like, surprise, we're 1 week out. You know?
I know. Surprise, I'm competing.
Literally, right.
Yeah, there's a balance between like sharing a lot, but then hiding some things.
Well, I think it's really fun to like follow someone's prep. I don't think it's like the most important, like when that actual show day is. I think people just want to see what each week looks like for you.
And I think that that's the thing too. I'm like, some of it's so boring. Like I'm having trouble filming YouTube videos recently because every day, like this is what I call the boring part of prep, where every day is like looking very similar. I do the same things. There's minor changes like the increase in cardio and then the drop in calories and stuff. But I'm like, I basically do the same thing every day. And I just need to show you guys that,
but I kind
in
of
a bunch of different ways.
I always said one of my favorite influencers of all time is Shiva. I always forget her last name. But she would document her preps, like the final 2 weeks she would daily vlog. Yeah. And every day was just her waking up, weighing herself, weighing her food, doing cardio, drinking her BCAAs, and then going to sleep. And I ate it up. I loved it. So. Yeah.
And there's some sort of like, I don't know, it's comforting when you're watching someone doing kind of the same thing every day.
Yeah, well, especially if someone else is in prep and watching you in prep, it's like comforting being like, oh, we're both doing this really repetitive
boring. We're both heavily boring.
I haven't gone out of the house in a while.
And also a little update too. This is pretty far not that far in advance, but I feel like it's far enough to where you guys can like make arrangements. But I'm actually going to be in Houston June 2nd. At Iron City Gym doing a posing seminar.
Gym, by the way.
I've never been.
I used to go to that gym like once a month to switch up my routine when I lived in Houston.
Have
and
we
I love
been?
It. I don't think we've been together. No.
I know that I went to one with you downtown.
Yeah, it wasn't that one.
It wasn't that one? Okay. So yeah, I'm going to be there June 2nd. There's other incredible posing people. Rough Diesel's going to be there. And Summer Shredding, which is the first show that I ever did. And it's the show that Christian Guzman created and puts on, and they're going to be there supporting. I'm not sure how or what. Maybe they're having a booth, but they're also like giving away iPads and iPhones and like shoes and stuff. So come, it's free. I'll have the link in the description below if you guys want to check it out.
I might go.
See me. Yeah, I was going to ask you if you wanted to come with me because so far, the last time we checked, there's already 18 to 20 girls. And I'm like, how am I going to handle 18 to 20 girls?
I can be like your assistant.
On my own. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Because I want to give everybody enough attention. Yeah. And I'm like, shit, I don't even know. But yeah, that's going to be really fun and interesting. So
that's exciting.
I'm trying not to travel as much, but I'm saying no to a lot of things that are coming up now because I know that I might feel like I have the energy now, but I don't know what's going to happen later. And every time I travel, it kind of like throws things off, especially if I fly. I get really swollen. I hold on to water. I don't, it's harder to like keep track of things. And so when I'm home, it's just a little bit easier.
At least Houston isn't like too far.
Yes.
Out of state, I feel like is much harder to handle.
Yes. So I went to the gym the other day, and one thing that I realized that I do a lot is, just people watch.
Oh, same.
Especially now more than ever because of the podcast, because I love to like bring stuff that happened at the gym back into the podcast.
Me too. I try to like take notes of things I see.
I take notes of things at the gym. Like a lot of these were notes that I took like while I was in my rest period. Okay. But I found a new gym ick.
See, you're saying this, and I feel like you have to describe it.
Okay. So I don't think it's actually an ick, because it didn't make me, like gym icks are supposed to make you like, ugh.
Yeah.
But it made me like giggle.
Okay.
Like giggle.
I feel like I know what you're talking about, and I have a story about it.
So okay, there was a guy that was warming up for his squats, and when you do those like kicks to the side.
Oh, never mind. This is not what I thought.
Or the kicks, like you hold onto the bar. And, I do those too. The way he was doing it was so adorable. When I watched it, I wasn't like, ugh. I watched it and it was more like kind of like silly and like endearing. The way that he was doing it, it was like he was like a little boy. And his foot wasn't even straight when he was it was bent. So he was kind of holding the bar and he was smiling.
Like loosely
and he was
swinging.
going like he was swinging it like back and forth, and it was bent instead of like straight. So it looked like it was almost like he was skipping. It was so funny.
I've seen similar, and this is what I thought you were going to say about kicking your feet. I was filming a mic'd up back day. This was like months ago at this point, and I'm watching back the footage, and there's a guy like behind me in the clip, and he's sitting on like the chest press machine, and sometimes the seat's really high, so his feet couldn't touch the ground, and he was just kicking his feet. Yeah, like for a full minute, just sitting there like on his phone kicking his feet. I was like, that is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if this is a gym ick, because it didn't give me ick. Yeah. It made me like giggle, because I was like, that was like really cute. It was very wholesome. Like wholesome and like boyish kind of charm. Like he's like, I'm getting ready for my squat.
It's funny because the video, like I so badly wanted to put it on my story and be like, this guy is having the time of his life at the gym. And then I was like, I don't want to call people out and then view it negatively or anyone else. But like genuinely, I loved it. So.
Yes. And I feel like too, like speaking of that, I was watching this video we talked about Joey Swole a lot. We've talked about Greg Doucette. You know who Alex Eubank is?
I know of.
He's him. Like the blonde. He has really pretty blonde hair. Like, he has a great physique. He's like, I feel like every other month, this is probably exaggerated, it's always like he's in some sort of like drama.
I only know of him from being in drama.
And I don't even think he's starting the drama. I think people just like attack him. Yeah. And then again, like I don't know so much about him. Like I don't really follow his journey or anything, but every time like I'm like, if I hear about one person the most often, it's him. and like Chris Bumstead, you know, like a big, I don't know. But there was this video that went, I guess, sort of viral. And by the time you're listening to this, it's kind of like further back. But the reason that I found out about it is because Greg Doucette posted a video like reacting to it. Mm-hmm. And okay, so he's at the gym, Alex Eubank, and there's another like two guys that are working out together. And one of the guys, I mean, they're relatively big guys, like, I guess, or whatever.
Not as big as me, I guess.
But one of the guys is doing like a workout, and his friend is filming Alex from across the gym. Alex doesn't know that he's being filmed. I don't think Alex even knows these guys. And he's filming him because he's on his rest period and he's in front of like a lat pull down machine. And the video says, what does it say? Hold on. Alex Eubank gets mogged at the gym. First of all, what the hell does mogged mean?
You don't know what mogged is?
No.
Okay, so to
I'm
mog
such
someone,
a millennial.
in like a non-fitness term, like if me and you were, yes, if me and you were posing for a photo and you're like smiling and I'm doing like a sexy face, I'm out mogging you. Like I'm mogging on you.
Okay, I just have to say, I know Gen Z words are dumb.
No,
They're
agree.
all stupid.
I fully agree.
They are all stupid.
I'm someone that
I'm sorry.
I keep Urban Dictionary on deck.
I'm like, what is bro? Like this is because when I hear these words, like when I saw that video in my mind, I went, Alex Eubank's getting mogged, bro. Like
No,
that's what
exactly
I hear.
what it is.
Why do they make up so many words?
In fitness tense, it would be like if someone out flexes next to you or
Okay,
like
I
out
understand.
poses. So, or if someone's just bigger. So
Yeah.
maybe if like it was Alex and like his friend and he was like, oh, my friend's so much bigger or more muscular.
That's what he was trying to say. Yeah. And like, I want to pull up the video too.
Yeah, I want to
because
and it'll be on our
sound
story.
down. It'll be on our story because it was just mean and it was unnecessary. So it says, I want to show you it. So you see the first clip of the guy and then he just says POV. I think his name is Andrew now. He went by Alex, and I'm not sure. It's either Alex Eubanks or Andrew Eubanks. I don't follow him enough to know if like he changed his name or whatever. But it says in the caption, "Arrived to the gym after us and left before us. Come on, bro," with the dead emoji, and it was just like.
That's
Why?
like my biggest fear as an influencer.
Why?
Because sometimes I have crappy workouts. Imagine if someone filmed
Everybody does.
Imagine if someone filmed it. It was like, get mogged.
And he probably didn't like have a crappy workout. And when I'm reading that, it's like, yeah, he could have also, just because you have a long workout doesn't mean you had a quality workout.
At all. I preach to this all the time.
I've had some crazy, like intense workouts that because I've only had 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I've had some workouts that are an hour and a half because I'm not focused and I'm not like there. And it was just so rude.
Yeah. What were the comments saying?
So some of the comments, like the first top comment says, hating on a bro for absolutely no reason.
Exactly.
Is
like
crazy.
he's
It's
literally
he's
in
just
this video.
standing there. Like being himself. He's literally on his rest period. He looks jacked. You can see his cuts in his shoulders. Like I don't understand.
Some people are just born haters.
And some of the other ones, it's like filming another dude in the gym is outlandishly odd.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just crazy. And then Alex responds and like does a stitch with it. And it's crazy because this stitch that Alex, when he responded, like he basically just says like to film someone in the gym while they're literally just doing like it's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird.
And it's so weird that on the video Alex actually posted about it, the comments are mean. They're
This kid
hating.
gets a lot of hate.
They're
is all I
hating on
know.
him,
Yeah.
but in the video that the original creator made, they're hating on the creator. So some of the comments are like, "Alex need to be humbled. Alex is not that serious. Bro's wearing." It's just a bunch of gym bros.
Yeah.
It's like, and they're calling him small and
Like, what's the point? I don't know.
it's so weird. Like it was just like unnecessary. And I added it this morning because I was like, okay, where's Joey Swole?
I'm kind of
Joey
glad.
Swole, you need to do a video on this.
I'm glad we're talking about it because I feel like we do cover a lot of like the female hate comments and things like that. But like also like there's tons of male creators like him who get hate for absolutely no reason.
Well, I think one of the points that Greg Doucette made in the video that I agreed with, it's that like people, you know, women, we get hate on a lot too, you know, but men they also get hate on a lot. Like, he was saying that, okay, he can't win because if he gets too big, now he's not natty and now none of his workouts matter because he's on gear. If he's too small, now he's too small and he doesn't deserve to be a creator. And I know that in the past, he's spoken about body dysmorphia and stuff like that. And we can definitely empathize with that because we've been through that. I know that a lot of our listeners have been through that where you just can't see your body realistically. And this guy has an incredible physique. He's got incredible genetics, and it does hurt to know that like he looks that good and he can feel that way about himself.
Yeah.
But I can imagine like the mind F that happens when you think that you're doing so well and someone makes like a video about you and it can just cause like you to go into a spiral. It's like,
for sure. That's what I'm saying. If someone did that to me, like, I love the side of social media of like sharing things and posting things and having a community. But I am like someone who cannot handle hate. I do not handle hate comments very well. I'm not good at it. It doesn't make me cry. I just do think about it more than I probably should. I give it more attention than my brain should. So I don't even know how I would react to someone like in person hating on me.
I think I would just be shocked. But that's the thing. It wasn't even in person.
Yeah. It was still behind a screen.
It's also kind of scary. It's also kind of scary
what if that's his home gym?
It looked like it was his home gym. I mean, based off of like some of the content I see, but having someone from like way far away make a video of you and zoom in on you while you're on your rest period to try and make you look inferior.
It's just weird.
What is going on? It's just wild. But yeah, those are a couple things that I just thought were important to talk about. And
I agree.
Poor guy.
Thank you for sharing. I want to know what you were talking about with Zach being gone and the trash still being there.
Oh, okay. Because there are some things that I absolutely hate doing.
Same.
That I loathe doing. People are probably going to hate me for this. I hate taking out the dogs. I hate it. I'm sorry. I hate it.
That's why I got a house.
Yes, exactly. And that's why I want a house so I could just open the door. I don't know why. I've always disliked it. And I have a feeling too, because I grew up as a cat person. I actually never liked dogs because I grew up with a cat.
Actually, same.
And I thought they were too needy. And
I was afraid of dogs.
Because I'm a cat human.
Yeah.
Like
same.
I want to be loved when I want to be loved. And then when I'm done being loved, go away. So I didn't really like dogs. And it's crazy because when I met Zach and he brought me... he brought me into his place. After we've been dating for a little bit, like I went to his place. I met his dog. His dog came up to me and I was like, it was like, and at that point, like I thought dogs were gross. I really thought dogs were gross. And I was like,
not Reese.
I was like, he's so cute. Get off me. Get off. I was like, don't jump on me. I was like, ew, he slobbered on me. But now because of that dog, and he's obviously still around. You guys see him on my YouTube channel. I love dogs now. Like
he's also so cute.
He's so gentle and caring, and he's an older dog. And I think it like really gave me like the appreciation for why people love dogs. Now I love dogs, and when I see other people's dogs, I'm like,
I was the same way until I had my own dog. Until I got Rex. I was afraid of dogs and I don't know why, but then I like fixated on Frenchies and I was like, I like this dog. So then I got my own and now I'm like obsessed with everyone's dog. Like I'll be walking down the street and I'm like, can I pet your dog?
And you see, what I always notice too is like when you see a dog, you always pay attention to the dog before the human.
Oh yeah. I don't even make eye contact with the human once. I'm like, can I pet you? And I like side eye the human.
Yeah, I'm like, I've been trying to make a point to be like, may I pet your dog, please? Please, sir, can I have some more? But yeah, so there's just things that I like loathe doing. I hate getting gas. Hate getting gas. And I hate having to go to the bathroom. It just feels like, and for someone who goes,
what a waste of time.
It feels like a waste of time to have to. I'm like, why can't this is so. I was on a workflow and now I have to go to the bathroom. And then the other thing, I hate taking out the trash. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. I
feel like I'm fine with all these things. But I hate other things.
I hate them. So there's like certain things that I do in the house, and there's certain things that Zach does in the house. Certain things that Zach does, he takes the dogs out. Certain things that Zach does is he takes the trash out. No matter how much trash I pile up, there'll be 3 bags and then a bunch of like PR packages stuff. I'm like, Zach. And it's just like his job. And then like I have my jobs around the house. So he was gone. And at this point, there was like a bag that was already full, and I took out of the trash can next to the trash can. The current trash bag that's in it is also full and overflowing. Then there's some boxes on the side. And so I sent him a picture and I was like, something's wrong. The trash can's broken. The trash is not,
it's not going away.
It's not going away. Fix it. And he just sends me the laughing. Funny. And I was like, no, for real.
What's your like trash service here? Do you just have to put it outside?
Yes.
Or do you have to, okay.
Yes.
So it's not that bad.
Yeah, I know. But what I hate doing that, because then I have to bring it back.
Trash has never bothered me. The things that bother me is I hate doing the dishes, just because I'm the one that cooks. So like I am making all the dishes to then finish cooking, giving everyone their meals, like me included. Then if I don't do it right then, if I don't do it before I eat, and then my food's cold now, and it's just, I hate doing the dishes. So they pile up really fast for me. Not a fan. I also hate hanging my laundry with a passion.
I don't mind laundry. I don't mind.
I don't mind doing the laundry. Like I could clean my clothes all day. That's easy. Putting it one machine to another machine. I think it's literally like putting it on the hanger. I'm that person where like it always takes me a good day where like if I do the laundry in the morning, it's going on a chair, and then I'll do it at night. I do all my laundry sitting like, on a chair.
All of it. Usually on Tuesdays. Tuesdays I'll start it, and so that Wednesday's on my rest day that I can fold it. And it's usually 3, 4, 5 loads, because sometimes I change 3 times a day.
Exactly. This is what I was talking about. I was like,
because
there's no
like cardio training. It's
as like a gym goer, is so hard to keep up with laundry, because like it's a workout outfit, it's a work outfit, it's a being at home outfit. Sometimes it's a cardio separate from my workout outfit. It's just like never ending. Yeah,
it's always the same clothes that I'm washing. I'm like, oh, it's my 5 pairs of cardio wear. Oh, it's my 5 workouts that I did.
It's like, oh, those sweats like, again.
And it's just like a bunch of it. And I always like do it all for one day. And I used to do, when I first started dating Zach, I used to do everything. Like I would do all the cooking, all of the prepping, all of the cleaning, because that's sweet. Just like, that's naturally just what I do. I also am a control freak. So it seems endearing, but it's also like, no, you're doing it wrong. I'm doing it right. So I need to do it.
I get that.
And I got to the point where I can do that for a significant amount of time, and I enjoy doing it. But every time I get into prep, there's a time where I physically do not have the energy to keep up all of the things. Yeah. So then I'll blow up. Like randomly, I'll just be like, I do everything and you do nothing. Yeah. And he's like, you have to communicate though. And I'm like, oh, right. I can't just expect you to read my mind.
I think that is one of like the leading arguments or like issues with most couples is just like household work and things like that, and feeling like it's not balanced. We've talked about that, and we've talked about also like hiring someone to come in and like deep clean
once a month. Cleaning lady comes.
Exactly. Or like I've noticed all of my clients, and all of them are like different levels of like wealth and things. All of them invest in someone to come help clean.
It's something that you really like should invest in if you're able to. Yeah. At least like, I don't know, every like 6 weeks or, 2 months to do those things that are like super, like cleaning the top of cleaning the blinds. I don't want to do that. I don't mind doing the dishes and vacuuming, like if the dogs like bring dirt in or something like that. But like those things, I know Zach's not going to do it, and I know I don't want to do it. Yeah. And I had my cleaning lady come last Friday, went out of the house, gave her space, came back, and it felt so good. And like, I really encourage you, if you're able to do that, especially if you struggle with like splitting it up. Yeah. And I know it seems weird, but like literally having things that you just know each of you do, it sounds like very militant and weird, but then it really fixes all of that miscommunication.
I think it's cool.
I just know Zach does the trash.
Yeah.
He does the trash.
That's not your thing.
He takes the dogs out, I do the dishes.
I think it's cool that every couple like has their own system too. Yes. For me and my boyfriend, we do a lot of things together, because then it is like a 50-50. So like literally it sounds so funny and so like old school, I guess, but like I'll be at the dishwasher, he'll be in the sink, and he's passing me the dishes and I'm putting them in. Laundry, like he'll have his pile, I'll have mine, but we'll sit and do it together. That way we're like motivated to do it and making sure it's all getting done.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I used to do his laundry and fold it and hang it. And then I
used to do that too.
I got to a point in prep where I was like, you know, I'm not fucking doing this anymore. And he's like, I never asked you to do it. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not doing this anymore. So now we do separate laundry.
Yeah.
And I do mine because I make double the laundry. I have double the clothes.
Yeah.
And he just does his, and that's what we do now. And it works, because at the end of the day, he was like, you have way more laundry than me.
Exactly.
And I'm like, yeah. I do.
That's how we were. So we got one of those like laundry baskets that has two sides. So it's like his side, my side, so we don't get it twisted. Because I would somehow end up like folding all of his just because it was mixed in with mine.
True.
So yeah, we're fully separate.
He's like trying to sneak it in there so that you do it.
I still do it sometimes. If I just notice that it's like piling up and he's had like a long work week, I'm like, yeah, I can help out.
The difference between Zach and I is that he cares if his clothes are wrinkly, and I really don't. Mine will.
I'm surprised.
I know, right? And I I'll pile it all on one thing and like just knock it out and get it all done, because I don't wear any clothes that's nice enough that doesn't need to be wrinkly. I'm like, and it's all workout clothes and it doesn't really wrinkle. And so what he does that bothers me is like, after he puts his clothes like in the dryer, he'll like lay it out on the bed. And he'll like, so it doesn't wrinkle, but then he'll just leave it there. And then I'm like, what's the point of doing that? I'm like, you were halfway there. You were, and sometimes it'll be there like until we go to bed, and then I'm like, I've
definitely done that.
Undo the bed, and I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking throw it on the, and then he gets mad if I like throw it and move it. I'm like, it was there.
It's funny because I did this yesterday, and then Cooper got off work earlier than I expected. I went, oh, I gotta do this now, like before he gets home, because it was just scattered across the whole bed. So I was like, okay, I got this. And
it's like you were halfway done. Just finish the job. Just. You know, you're like, oh man, that was exhausting. I'm gonna go take a break, and then I'm gonna come back and do the easiest part, which is the hanger part.
See, I feel like I'm rather fold all day than put things on.
I love the hanger part, because for me, I'm like a machine. I'm like, boom.
No, because I wear a lot of hoodies and stuff, and then I break my hangers, and I'm like, then
how hard are you hangering
aggressively?
Yeah, so every time he does that, I'm just like, fine, then you want to do half of it? I'm just going to set it over here. And then he's
Give
like,
him his own table.
My shirt's got wrinkly. I'm like, well, you laid it on the bed. The dog's laid on it. So blame it on them. I don't know what I'm saying.
I want to hear about you putting on a onesie.
I love wearing onesies. You guys know. I really do. But the trouble is getting them off your body after your sweat at the gym. I swear, thank God I went to the big stall, because I needed all of the space to get it back on. It's a tight onesie. It's very form-fitting. And just getting it back on after you have sweat is like the hardest thing ever. And then you're also just like the most vulnerable ever, because you're sitting there, your boobs are out, and you have your underwear down. You're in a gym. Also, I realized too, I have a fear, I don't know where it came from, that someone is going to look over my stall into my stall. I don't know why.
I feel like at your gym it won't happen though.
But I always look. Every time I go into the bathroom and I sit on the toilet, I look up to make sure no one's looking.
It's funny because I have a fear of that, but in like dressing rooms, like changing rooms, if I'm like shopping, because they have security cameras like in random spots, and I'm like, they can for sure see me right now.
They just move the camera.
Yeah, it just zooms in. It's
I don't know where that fear came up from, but like just like in the past episode, how every time I leave the bathroom, I check my butt just to make sure like nothing's there. We're good. My undies are not out. Like whatever it might be. I started my period, didn't know. That's one thing that I do. I go into the bathroom, slide and unstick my onesie from my sweaty body, and then I look up just to make sure. I don't know why. I think it's like I'm fearful that there's going to be like a child that's like, Mommy, look. I don't know where it came from, but
have
that's
you
just
had
one
someone
thing.
walk in on you? Like maybe not in the onesie situation, but just like using the restroom. Because I've had many instances.
I probably have, but I'm very like, I always lock the door. I always
triple check I lock the door.
And even if it's like I go into a stall where it doesn't have lock, I will like sit on the
Yes,
toilet, but have my hand touching the stall or my foot so that it doesn't open.
The gym I've been going to recently, like half of their stalls, I think they like had changed out all the doors when they bought the place because it was formerly a Gold's Gym and they kind of like took it over. Half of them don't lock or don't close properly.
I went into one of those and that's one of the ones that
I'm always like hands on the... Oh my gosh, I snotted.
You did? I have a snot story though.
Hold on. That was so funny. Just in case I don't leave that in, I just laughed at something Julia said.
She snot rocketed.
And like snot just poured out of my face.
So I had my mom listens to the podcast and I don't know if we were talking, we must've been talking something about being a skinny legend or whatever, as a joke. And she texted me and my sister and my mom's group text and she says, I want to know something with 3 exclamation points. And my sister goes, huh? And she says, am I a skinny legend?
You better have told her
and
yes.
My sister says, hells yeah, mama. And I said, yes, mama, with the laughing face.
That's so cute.
Am I a skinny legend?
Your sister's like my favorite person ever. And I feel like week by week, she's just going higher and higher on my ranking of people in my life.
Yeah, Chloe's a savage.
She like texted us yesterday, right? And she was like, when you guys drink from a bottle, do you put your mouths fully around the lid or fully inside the lid?
Or like one in and one out.
I feel
and
like...
I was like, what is this? I get questions like that from her all the time. Just no context. And then like, hey, like, do you put your whole mouth around a water bottle or do you just put half of your mouth around it? And we were like, why is this a thing?
You didn't answer it. You just laughed at my response.
Well, I said, did I? I didn't.
I feel like mine has changed since having lip filler.
Oh, because I
used to not have a lip. It used to not matter.
Yeah. When she asks questions like that, I need to know where did this come? What?
And her context was, if you look at our podcast on the YouTube posted last week, there's a photo of Logan Paul drinking one of his prime drinks, and his lips are fully engulfed inside of it.
No, they were around I thought.
It? Hold on, we gotta look at it.
We need to look.
A little debate on Logan Paul's lips for a second. Please hold. No, they might be fully around.
Yeah,
it's really hard to tell.
He's literally like his whole lips are around the entire circumference of the opening. And it looks like really funny when you just look at it because my sister was trying to find a thumbnail photo. And so she asked us like, what do you do? And I was like,
I feel like my bottom lip is out. Like it's not inside of it, but it's also not like I'm not eating the top of this thing.
My bottom lip goes under the thing, and then
my top lip's kind of just on it.
It doesn't really touch it that much.
Not that though.
Yeah, not like.
Anyway, just her like very random questions.
It was crazy. I mean, I also feel like it's very, very timely that you did a snot rocket.
I just read this and I was like, no way.
The most disgusting thing happened to me.
Oh no.
Yes, happened to me.
You.
To me.
Okay.
So I live near a high school. So I be seeing broccoli-headed boys walking up and down the street all the time. Nothing wrong with the broccoli-headed boy. But I do wonder, you know how like when the Justin Bieber era was, and all the boys had that like side swept thing. Now it's like really, I don't know. I feel like a boomer over here, but like it's like a thing to have like
it's a trend,
like the hair that like goes in front of your face, but it's not like the swoopy hair like Justin Bieber. It's like
it's
shorter
TikTok
on the side. It's TikTok boy hair.
Yeah.
So all of them have it. So I was in line for a Starbucks and I was waiting for my coffee and I looked to the right and there's 2 little broccoli-headed boys, obviously high schoolers on their lunch break or something, and they're walking to their car from the restaurant that they were at. The first guy gets into the passenger seat and the second guy who's the driver, he stops before getting in the car. He plugs one side of his nose and he snot rockets that hole. And I was like, oh my God. And I see it shoot, splat, right on the concrete. And I was like, and then he does the other side, snot, splat. And then he's just like, and then he just gets in the car.
Just like blow your nose.
I didn't know that this was a thing. So I posted a TikTok about it. And I was like, do people do this? And then someone in the comments was like, yeah, it's a snot rocket. And I'm like, what? It was very unsettling. I had trouble sipping my coffee after that. It ruined my day.
I definitely I don't think my brothers,
really funny, though.
I don't think my brothers did it, but their friends definitely did. So I was around that. So it doesn't bother me, but I'm like, dude, just you were in a restaurant, grab a napkin, grab a paper towel, grab something. I've never seen it. Yeah. Just
right in front of my face, someone just
it's just gross.
Opt out of a tissue to snot rocket on the concrete instead. Yeah, it was something else. It was something else. I don't know how I feel about it. Definitely a little queasy. Definitely.
I feel like my boyfriend's definitely done it in front of me. And did I yell at him? Yes. And he hasn't done it since. But I do feel like he's done it.
No. I would straight to jail.
It's the grossest
Right
thing.
to jail.
I'd rather you wipe your nose with your sleeve than rocket it out.
Or be like...
Or, well, I guess my boyfriend sniffs in all the time, and that drives me more insane. That sound and how I know that feels in the throat, that's gross. True. That's gross to me.
Yeah, boys do some nasty things. Yeah. Girls are also super nasty. The girls' bathrooms sometimes are more gross.
Sometimes they're disgusting.
I also think that's because they're used more frequently.
Probably.
Every time you go anywhere, there's always a line for the girls' restroom. It's just getting used over and over. And then there's nobody in the men's.
Yeah. I've seen some horrific things in the female bathrooms before.
What, anything
things I shouldn't speak on.
Oh.
No, mostly period related things.
Yeah.
And it's dude, just be sanitary. Just be clean.
Yep.
You don't gotta leave things places.
Just leave it in places.
Weird things. I don't know. I get grossed out very easily though with bodily fluids.
Bodily fluids. Like snot rockets.
Yes. Yeah, I just cringed at myself so hard when I did that.
So in our next episode, we're actually going to do another unhinged DMs that we get from men. Do you want to
save this one?
No, I want to. I want to do. This one is not really a DM. It was a voice message that I got.
Borderline worse. You're brave for playing it.
When anybody sends a voice message to me over Instagram, it's always intriguing because you're okay. I'm going to actually hear the voice behind this person that's sending it. It was so good that I actually replied. I actually replied. So I'm going to try to read it.
Class.
I want to read it the way that he said it.
Okay.
He was like, hello, beautiful, tan, brunette, brown-eyed, cute girl with the body of a goddess and a face of a rare painting in a museum that will cost over $1 million.
Beautiful.
My name is blank. Ignore all the other guys that message you on a daily basis and talk about nothing. Just pay attention to me. I'm going to bring you peace. I'm going to bring you happiness and clarity. I want you to pay attention to me, girl. Yeah. He literally said, yeah.
That's a yeah.
Focus on me. Wait, focus on me. Focus on me like you focus on your workouts. I'm that important that I'm that level of importance to you. Yeah.
The yes are killing me.
If you need some support, I got you. If you have a man, I'm going to outdo him and show the fuck up and support you like a motherfucker. Anyway, with that being said, I wish you a happy birthday, happy 4th of July, Merry Christmas, Happy Easter, especially Easter. Bye.
That is one of the weirdest.
And the way that he said it.
Did you start Zach?
No, I haven't yet.
You have to. You have to just play it.
I know. It was. I was very scared to listen to it because you just never know.
Especially this seems like a long one, and it shows
you. It was two separate ones.
Whoa.
It was two separate ones, and he said it like he was reciting poetry or a rap. And I literally am listening to it. I have the biggest smile on my face because none of it was nasty.
Yeah, it wasn't weird.
Raunchy.
It was weird, but not in a super bad way.
He was focus on me, girl, and then we would go yeah. I was I'm on Stairmaster just dying because it was so endearing. And I was I have to message him. And I messaged him and I said, I don't typically message back, but that was absolutely amazing. I am engaged and have a fiance. And he just answered back and with, ha. And he was no problem. Just wanted to, share that with you. But it was,
that's so
it was honestly so good. I'm that's kind of how you do it.
Maybe like a little
Focus
shorter.
on me, girl. Yeah, maybe one
and
voice
maybe
memo.
no slander towards if you have a partner.
Yeah, I'm gonna outdo him. It was honestly really good.
That was amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
I do feel like voice memos might be a good way because it doesn't, there's like some dating app, I want to say it's Hinge just because I've seen ads for it where they have like, I don't know, you know, on like dating apps, you like answer questions or like share stuff about you. Mm-hmm. On Hinge, they have like voice responses to the questions. So you get to actually hear the person and hear like their personality.
That's cool.
So I feel like it's kind of like a good way to break the ice.
And I think that that's what, because it's intriguing, because at least when you look at a DM and it's in your requests and you look at it before you decide if you want to approve it or not, you can already see what it says.
Yeah.
So me being the risk taker I am was like, I can't see what this says. I have to accept it in order to hear what it says.
Oh, you can't even play it with that? Oh, that's how they get you.
Okay, and then I just did it. And I was like, not gonna lie, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I was like, it was pretty awesome. But I'm taken. So it was awesome. But in our next episode, we're gonna go over more unhinged DMs. Ever since the last episode, you guys loved it so much. I've been saving.
Yeah.
I've been saving. And I feel like weirdly, it's actually helped me in a way with the DMs that are just like unhinged because now I'm like, yeah, send them. I'm like, oh, send them.
It's not so scary because now it's content.
Because now I'm like, well, like we can use them and we can talk about them. Yes. So
that'll be in Wednesday's episode.
Yeah, that's going to be it for today's episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, we love you all so much and you're more powerful than you think.
Bye.